Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to race number 3, and this is from Silverstone, the home of the Formula One GP out of England. And it is going to be a fantastic evening of racing, brought to you by Online Outlaws Esports Official. Good to have you on board. If you've just joined us, a warm welcome. It's Tuesday. It's Sean Peters, and I'm broadcasting from Cape Town. Nice cold day under the way. But our race drivers are in a very beautiful part of England, 26 degrees the track temperature, and we're on board now in free practice with Jazz 126, Aston Martin, a nice lineup of race drivers attending today. In fact, a record 15 drivers in free practice. So awesome stuff. Let's see who else we got out there. The usual suspects are here this evening. And just looking up at the screen, Fluffy Butt, Skiddy One, and of course the current champion or points championship leader at the moment. Getting tongue-tied very early in the broadcast. And of course Clayton MJ, good to have him back. JD Dog from Cape Town. Graham Prosser, good to have you back. He's been man down a bit of COVID, I do believe, but he's fine. It's good to see that. If there are any of you out there with any COVID and things like that, best of luck for you, and I hope you get through it unscathed. Of course, as I said, Jazz 126. Now we're on board with the man of the moment. We missed him last week, AC Matwa, representing RTA. And Chico P, representing LNR. Good to have him on board. Carbon ZA, GT Carbon ZA, good evening to you. And NTZ19, LNR Pace, Parky Farky, JOO Pace, welcome to it, sir. Good to have you on board with us. DMR Wolfman Willie, he's also here today. And then that last name, man, oh man, come on guys, you make the commentator's life difficult. Frankensorix. And where's Carl Oosthuizen now? I need his help. Well, some of the usual suspects not in the mix. Yeah, Fluffy's on fire. We cannot wait to see him. A 158 that he just recorded out there. Let's go and have a look and see where he is. He's out in the pits at the moment. No, there he is. He is out today. Well, Stefan Wessels. Okay, so here's the usual suspects that we are missing. Stefan Wessels, Carl Oosthuizen. I see the Stiganator. Where is the Stiganator? I missed his name. So we got a full lineup. But we don't have the usual suspects. A lot has changed in Season 2. And I'm missing the boys. But we've got some new guys here. Oh, Fluffy Butt gets it all wrong. Oh, there we go. Stain from Cape Town. Just hitting the wall, but I think he's put in a really quick time. There we go. Graham Prosser with the Porsche. Has he changed colours? Looks like the livery has changed slightly. Anyone else watching? Let us know where you're watching from. Leave your comments down below. It's in the... There we go. It's about over there on your screen. And leave your comments. Be good to know where you're viewing us from. I know that there's one guy viewing us from very, very far away. And that is our co-race driver and co-sponsor. It is, of course, the one and only Alvin Sykes. He's on the other side. You can actually hear him breathing. Because
hello.
Yeah, there we go. That's Alvin Sykes on the other side. That's his voice that you just heard.
Hello. Hello, can you hear me?
We can hear you, Alvin.
Can you hear me?
Stefan from the couch. Well, we got a bit of noise coming through. I might have to switch that off, folks. Okay, it looks like everyone's pitted. All right. The guys chatting, that's their controllers that they can hear each other. A lot of the guys get onto a party chat and they're able to talk to each other.
Hello. Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. Is it Alvin?
Yes.
How's
Who's
it,
this?
Alvin? It's Derek.
Who's speaking? Hey, how's it, buddy?
How
Yeah.
you guys doing?
Well, there you go. So now you can hear the guys talking.
Okay, man. I'm not a, I'm in
So yeah,
I'm in Portugal at the moment, bro.
Portugal.
there you can hear the discussion happening as we speak. Alvin Sykes, if you can hear me, Alvin, if you can hear,
a bit of business
if you
and
can
stuff.
hear me, we
Some
got you
forest
live,
teams,
buddy.
Yeah, for
All right, I'm gonna break away just for a second because I need to just reboot the server.
At least I can hop into the server and try spectate and help out on the night, you know.
Oh, that's awesome.
It feels a bit weird being in Portugal.
Well, folks, good evening. Welcome back to it. We're back into qualifying and we're on board with Skiddy One. He currently in a 1:59. Well, we saw in free practice that we picked up a 1:58 there from Fluffy, but is he going to put another one of those flying laps in there? And if you've just joined us, you missed that. But in free practice, Fluffy put in a 1:58. What is he going to do? There you go. Skiddy One in your sights at the moment. Right behind him, Clayton MJ. Good to have him back here with us. Graham Prosser also having a very good practice. Nice to see the Porsches where they are now. Last week it was a 1-2-3 for the Ferraris. Is there going to be an upset today with the Germans? And I've got my race director on his couch at the moment. Good evening to Mr. Vessels, one of the quickest in South Africa in the sim racing world. And well, we know we've been chatting about it quite a bit of late, but we'll keep chatting about it. He's just become a dad. It's Stefan, if you can just remind me, I think it's 2 months almost already. Good to be a new dad. And to you and Mandy, well done. And back to the racing. 3 minutes and 54 seconds left on board with Skiddy One. JD Dog now also putting in a very, very quick time there. Well, we did say, what's it going to look like? And there we go. A 1-2 for Ferrari at the moment, but anything can happen. There we go. Said it now. There's that 158 that we were talking about. Fluffy butt. It's just a 1:58.800. So a fine time. It is literally thrashed those Porsches off the podium spots, or at least the starting positions. So P1 for Fluffy Butt, P2 Skiddy One right next to him on the start line, and of course JD Dog. So it's Cape Town, Johannesburg, Cape Town, all Ferraris 1, 2 and 3. What is going to happen this evening? Anyone know where Stiganator is? Let us know. Is he okay? And just before we went out of that last session, I was saying a warm welcome to one of our fellow race drivers who's actually listening in and watching all the way from Portugal. And the one and only Alwyn Sykes from Semcrete. You'll see the name pop up on your screen down below every now and then. Of course, there we go. TGN's Racing Simulators and Track Art. They've come on board for season number 2. Of course, we're race number 3 from Silverstone Raceway here in England. It was the scene of much dismay from this weekend, Sunday to be exact. The Formula One circuit race from Silverstone. Should I even go there? I don't think so. But we saw what happened in lap 1. The sprint race the day before went the right way, and then of course the race proper on Saturday. Well, it depends on who you support, but probably not the best race for Verstappen fans, of course. But on board now at the moment, it is Skiddy One has just put in a 1:58.398. So this is going to be neck on neck racing. If you look at the times up on your screen now, 1:58 and Fluffy Butt 0.03 behind. That is so close you cannot tell the difference really. Right, who's going to make any changes in the front there? Clayton MJ. Oh, there we go. Nicely done, Clayton. He's just put the Porsche on a preliminary third starting position, or P3 as they would call it. And if you've just joined us, we're about to get started. We've got about 30 seconds left of this race. It looks like Clayton has snatched that third away from JD Dog. Is JD still out there? He might just do something on this last lap. Let's just stay with him because he wants to get that P3 back. He might be watching this feed, so he'll know Clayton's picked up that P3 spot. What does he do? I think that is it. Yeah. All right. So qualifying is over. Skitty One in pole position. Fluffy Butt in second. And then Clayton MJ on the last lap there, just picking up that third position. That he'll start in P3 on as we go into the actual race. Right, NTZ 19 still out on the circuit. There's a couple of guys out there. Matwa, he's out on the circuit at the moment. A new name here, Eleanor Chico P. He's also out there at the moment. Let's have a look and see what these guys are doing. Well, there we go, Chico P in a very beautifully prepared Bentley. Well, there we go, Alan Sykes. How awesome is that Bentley? Love the colors, the livery on that car, beautiful. And currently going to start down the grid. Very awesome looking car. And almost about to come down to the last or final turns. 18 turns to be exact, 5.8 kilometers of racing here from Silverstone today. Well, there we go. Officially, session is over. So, some of those very famous turns about to get going now. Let's hope we can go straight into the race. I might have to restart the server. Stick around, don't go away. If you do go away, grab some snacks, grab a beer if you still got beers left, and come and watch some very, very good racing. Skitty One, Fluffy Butt. We've seen that battle unfolding, and we're about to get started. Well, we got the guys off the line, but we might need to just break away and restart up the server again. But how beautiful are these amazing visuals you get to see from Silverstone and the online Outlaws. This is race number 3. And definitely we're going to have to break away for a couple of minutes. We'll see you shortly. We're just going to go quickly to an ad break so we can just restart the server so we can get online with these guys in just a sec or two. All right, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We finally have it up and running. We've got visuals from Silverstone for the first race here. Round number 3 of the online Outlaws. We're about to get going as they make their way up through Vale 16, 17, and of course Club as they work their way up to the start line. Now, this is where it's going to get exciting. Skiddy one, Fluffy Butt, neck on neck. JD Dog, Clayton, MJ. You saw that qualifying. There was very little between any one of them. The green flag is going to come out now. Those lights are going to go green any second. Let's listen out for it. You hear the revving of the motors. They'll start winding it up. There we go. Green, green, green. Who is going to get the whole shot? As they come down into Abbey, it is Skiddy one. Right, as they come down through turns 3 and 4 through the arena, Skiddy one is still in first place. Looks like everyone's had a very clean start. Something's gone wrong there. Let's just try and see if we can see what's happened. No, we can't get back there, unfortunately. On board with Skiddy one. Fluffy Butt in second. Eleanor Pace into third, so we've lost 1 or 2 of our drivers there in a turn 3 or 4 incident. Look how fast these guys are hauling it at the moment. So Eleanor Pace in the Honda. There you go. Visuals on him now in third. Jazz 126 in fourth. Followed by NTZ in the Audi. Car number 31. Graham Prosser. Car number 69 in the Porsche. GT Carbon ZA also in the mix there at the moment. Chico P, one of our latest entries, and good to see a full line of entries. 14 of the most magnificent cars starting out here. Clayton MJ, he's dropped all the way back, so something happened in turn 3 or 4 as they come up for lap number 1. They're coming through Stowe into Vale, turn 16, 17 through quick succession, and then they head up through Club onto the main straight, and it's still Skiddy One, Fluffy Butt, and in our pace. Let's go back to them now. There we go, Skiddy One already pulling about 2 seconds as he crosses the line. Pit lane goes open. Fluffy Butt in second. There we go, on board with him now. Oh, and he's taken it wide. He's lost it. And what an incredible miss there. Eleanor Pace somehow missed him. But Fluffy Butt is going to be relegated all the way back. Where is he going to enter this race now? And Pace literally got a stampede of cars behind him. That's NTZ 19 Jazz 126 hounding him down now as well. So Fluffy Butt rejoins in 10th position. He'll make his way up. 9th is Parky Farky. Clayton MJ. Well, we said that there was something that happened as Skiddy One has now just laid down the hammer. Now coming through just having a look at where he is very quickly. There we go. Jazz has dropped off the pace there. NTZ. And in our pace now in second. So loads and loads of action here. Skiddy One, as I said, in first place at the moment. Car number 13. He's had a fantastic start of the season in race 1 and 2. And he's going to make it stick here again this evening. Eleanor Pace, NTZ 19 GT Carbon right behind him now. Jazz 126 dropping off the pace ever so slightly. Graham Prosser, there we go, he's in your visuals now. Car number 69. Eleanor Chico P, car number 108. There we go, look at those beautiful. Alvin Sykes, if you are listening to us, how amazing does that car look? Incredible looking car. Clayt MJ right there behind him. Parky Farky. I think Parky's just lost it. Yeah, he's lost it. Just clipping the grass and fighting that McLaren. Just listened to him just before we went live. It is a tricky car. You got to have that car set up really, really well. Now we know Parky, I think, if I'm not mistaken, season 1 he had the Ferrari, and definitely a slightly easier car to drive. Wolfman Willie, nice to see Bernardo Rama out here this evening. He's currently in 10th place, but we know he can fight back. He can put the hammer down. He finds pace, and he can make great moves. JD Dog now all the way down in 11th spot. Parky Farky now dropping down to 12th. AC Matwa, also not sure what happened there. I think there was an incident right in the beginning of this race. JWO Pace, good to have him on board. Another McLaren. And those McLarens, we were talking about it earlier. Just chatting with him as well. These cars are tricky to get set up. folks, if you've just joined us, welcome to it. It is Silverstone, if you haven't recognized it yet. Some very, very famous race cars have graced the circuit, from Formula One, British touring cars, superbikes. It has hosted just about every sports formula in the world, and it is a very famous race circuit. Let's go back to Skiddy One. I think he's made a very convincing gap between first and second place. Eleanor Pace behind him now in second. But this is where all the drama is. Look at this. Loads and loads of cars on top of each other now. There's two Porsches having a great dice. That's Graham Prosser and Clayton. Now Clayton, let's go to him. Let's just see where he is. Clayton's going to want to get up onto Graham and make an attack. He's hunting down those positions he's lost. As they exit Vale. And then they come up through Club. This is a very fast right-hander. There you see it now. Loads and loads of our drivers competing for 7th, 6th, 5th, 4th, all in contention at the moment, because anything can happen. On board now, still with Clayton. MJ going through the arena as they now down that very fast straightaway. Here we go. Down into Brooklands. This is turn 6 and 7 through Luffield. And just some information in case you didn't know, Silverstone started his life as a airfield back in World War II. It was a complex and then converted shortly after the end of World War II to what has become probably the most famous circuit of them all. We saw loads and loads of action this weekend. The F1 in the real world. Great, great racing as Clayton. Oh, it looks like Clayton's made a mistake. He might have tapped Graham, but I think it was just a racing incident. Might have got a little bit excited there. But he holds his position. And these two guys, good gentlemen. Back onto Eleanor Pace. Also great, great driver, but he has got NTZ right on top of him and hunting him down. It's Audi versus Honda. In fact, Eleanor Pace knows exactly what the capabilities are of that car that's behind him, the Audi. You'd remember season 1 as just listening outside the studio, the rain is starting to come down quite heavily. Once again, a nice full race this evening. 14 guys out there. And just excuse me for 1 second as I just get a quick drink for the throat. Right, there we go. Coffee being served as we're on board with a very, very quick Audi. That's NTZ 19, car number 31, chasing down Eleanor Pace. Eleanor Pace knows that car. And, well, there we go. Thanks to my wife for bringing the coffee. Big shout out to Lizelle. Just a little bit of airtime there for the person that makes sure that I stay hydrated through what is probably going to be one of the most exciting races. And looking for the remote very quickly. Oh no, NTZ applying a bit too much of his own pressure on there. And he spins out. And he eases off the pressure. Eleanor Pace now has some room to breathe. But ultimately, Carbon ZA goes into third place. There you go. Jazz 126 in fourth. Graham moves up a spot into fifth. Clayton still on the hunt down. Let's have a look at what Clayton is doing. There is only 400ths of a second between the two of them. And we know how Clayton, if he makes a move, he can make it stick. We've got Fluffy Butt now also on Clayton. So, if you've just joined us, you've joined us at the right time. Very, very exciting racing out here. So, just getting onto another screen as they come up off Abbey into turn 2. It's a very quick turn through there into the arena, turns 3 and 4. Well, there we go. Just having a quick look at the other screen, and Fluffy Butt makes an attack here. He is putting on the pressure thick and hard at the moment. He's making a move. Is he going to make it down? Yeah, he looks like he's going to take it from Clayton MJ, and that was for P6. Well, there we go. Finally get to look at another screen, and we've got some guys coming out of the woodwork. Carl Oosthuizen, Stiganator saying, yes, Oaks, well, it is exciting racing here from Silverstone. We saw it in F1 on Saturday and Sunday, and we're seeing it right here live on our screens now. Big, big racing. So Stiganator, where are you this evening? How are you doing? Let us know in the results. Who else is there? Frankensorix. Let me know how we say that. Is that right? Hello, everyone. I was there for the practice session. Okay, well, he's no longer with us. How's it, though? Stiganator, hope you're okay, mate. Hope you're okay. Miss you out there. We know that you had a rough race meeting, race 2. Right, let's go over to Fluffy. He is looking to regain some more of those positions. Right, so I'm just going to make it Frankie for short. Frankie, well done. Thanks for joining us. How was that practice session? Let us know what it's like. Let us know where you're viewing from. And good to have you on board with our stream this evening. Online Outlaws. This is race number 3. Silverstone on board with Fluffy Butt. Car number 95. He is attacking the young man Graham Prozza in the Porsche. So again, Ferrari against Porsche. We've seen it for the last 3 race meetings. An exceptional class of racing. Look at this. Fluffy is going left, he's going right. They're going through a very tight section of the circuit. Good stuff. Freezing at work, let me know where you are. Freezing at work. Well, if it's Cape Town, we can understand. Flip, man, it's raining outside. I've got, and thanks to Alan van Kraan, the Stiganator, we've got a whole bunch of soundproofing in here. But I can still hear the rain coming through, and all of a sudden the temperature's dropped as well. But look at this racing, guys. Let's not deter our sights from this amazing race. I'm too scared to go to anyone else right now because we know Stain is hunting down some more positions. Is he going to take Graham? Where is he going to take him? They are on that very quick straightaway. It's called the Hanger Straight. Oh, and he's made contact. He made contact with Graham, and he's taken himself out. He's put a lot of work in to get that position. Let's see where he rejoins. Right, so he's lost basically 2 spots. Now it's JD Dog. It's the 2 Cape Townians, both Ferraris. They're going to fight it out now. So Graham just having some time to breathe because he had Fluffy Butt up his butt for very long. And that's the butt of the car, just by the way. Because you never know who's watching, and you never know when you're going to get yourself into trouble on a live stream. Right, Graham, let's see what he's doing. This young man, Well, he's been sick for a good 2.5 weeks. It's good to have him back here. And always a very kind gentleman. He lets me know what's going on the cell phone. If you guys also want to chat, you're welcome to drop me messages or just straight on here on our comments below. It's right here, about there. There's the comments. Let us know in the comments where and how you guys are doing. It's been a rough time in South Africa, but we got some good racing out here this evening. And let's go and see what else is happening. Skiddy one now. 13 minutes left on the clock. Just over 13 minutes. He's 8 laps in. LNR pace. Pretty much a lonely second at the moment. So first and second pretty much out there on their own. GT Carbon as well. Coming up to... or just coming out the Hanger Straight. Jazz 126 having a great race today. And the only Aston Martin, followed there by Graham. Clayton still out there. Chico P in what can only be described as a very beautiful, beautiful looking Bentley. I'm sure if Alvin Sykes was in South Africa, he'd let us know that he loves that car. Car number 108 in 7th. NTZ, well, he took a bit of a spin early on. And was trying to lay on the pressure thick and fast. And out in the corner of your screen, you'll see JD Dog and Fluffy Butt are fighting out. They're going to be catching this train very, very shortly. Well, thanks, Frankie, letting us know that everything is good. Let's have a look and see. The track got dark and slippery. Okay, well, Lekker in Boksburg. Good to have a local Boksburg boykie in the mix with us this evening. How's it to the Joburg boys? And if you folks don't know where Boksburg is, well, very close to Kempton Park, very close to the airport. You can see those planes coming and going all day long. How's it, Frankie? Nice to have you on board with us. And look at this. Big action here now. NTZ all over Chico P. And I hope I'm getting that right. If anyone knows Chico, are we saying that correctly? Hey man, I wish PlayStation guys could just put their real names up there, man. Come on, I always say that. Now Carl Oerster isn't going to give me a hassle for that because I should have it, but I actually don't have the start lists. I don't know all the guys. I know most of them. Anyway, I'm just teasing Carl, just teasing, bud. Yeah, next to Brakpan. Yeah, hey. Jones van Brakpan. Don't mess with them when there's Brano Van and Coke happening. Good stuff, good racing. So let's get back to it. Let's scroll through the guys very quickly. I'm not going to take the visuals off these guys because I think this is where most of the action is going to happen. In fact, what has happened with JD Dog? JD Dog still in 9th, 10th, Fluffy Butt. But hold on, here comes an upset. Dog all over NTZ and Chico. Now up onto the straight. What's going to happen here? Where has Fluffy Butt gone? We've lost Fluffy. Not having the most consistent of races is Fluffy. Resident Capetonian. Well, it might be cold out there where he is. I think he's from just around the corner here. Oh, thanks, Frankie. Chico is correct. Teammates, good to have you guys out here. Thanks for joining us. LNR, the boys been represented out of Boksburg, Brakpan area. Well, Parky Farky, he's all the way up in Nigel, so not too far away from you guys. Wolfman Willie also, let's go quickly, slip away. How's it, Wolfman Willie, if you are listening to the live feed? How's it, my man? Good to have you racing our series. There we go, Parky Farky. Just mentioning the young man, Derek from Nigel. He's out here as well. Double O pace. Good to have him on board with us today. Nice to have him here with us. And let's go see what's happening up front. A nice clean race here for Skiddy One, car number 13. Well done, Sean Skutter. You are having the drive of your life. 9 minutes left on the clock. as he comes down. Oh, let's just have a look there now. And in our pace, substantially, time-wise, substantially far behind in 22 minutes. And losing a bit of pace there, in fact, because he's got Carbon ZA coming up now. Jazz representing DMR, Jazz 126 in 4th place. There we go. My man Graham in the Porsche, followed by Clayton MJ, another Porsche, and it's gone fairly quiet now. NTZ out there, Chico P. Nicely done, Chico. LNR being represented here. JD Dog all over him. A lot of the pressure gone now. Matwa, nice to see RTA being represented. Fluffy Butt now in 11th place, but he never gives up. JWO Pace, Wolfman Willie, DMR, and then Parky Farky from Nigel. Well, let's try and see. The guys have thinned themselves out slightly, but this might be where we want to just get some visuals of. Thanks, Frankie, for letting us know. Chico from Rustenburg, beautiful part of the country. Nice little mining town. Well, the last time I was up there was in 2001. It probably changed a bit since then. Oh, come on, Chico. He's just lost that spot to our Cape Townian, Jeremy JD Dog. So just having a look at the comments, Frankie saying he's in a massive freezer. Well, I would show you what if I could get the camera loose over here. This used to be a garage until December or Jan, when we started converting it into a studio for the various broadcasting. I do some broadcasting for Masters SA cycling. I've got 1 or 2 other opportunities coming up now, so we've changed this all into a studio, but it used to be a garage, and let me tell you, I've got no heaters, no air cons, so in summer it was flipping hot. Now in winter it's like ice, but good fun nevertheless. We've had some massive racing this evening, nice and clean, I'd say, versus last week. And on board with 2nd place, LNR Pace. Well, everyone knows LNR Pace. Kalen Mauer, he is rather famous for being a great race driver and an extreme gentleman. He is new to the Honda and finding his feet, and he's going to make the podium here for heat number 1. Race number 3, yeah, from Silverstone. It's been a great one. There we go, on board with 1st place, man. He's going to snatch this one and keep it there. He's going to hold on to this 1st position. Doubt anything will happen. The tyres run off at about a minute or 2 to go, but that's pretty much then in the bag. The cars have really spread themselves out thin now. Jazz 126, the only guys having a proper battle here now would be these two. Carbon in 3rd place. Jazzy would like to pick up a podium spot for P3. There you go, applying some pressure now. Yeah, coming out of a windy house. No, not anymore. I've upgraded also from a black label beer crate that used to be here where I'm sitting now. I'm at least onto a plastic garden chair, which is okay for now. All right, he's Jazz 126. He's got 4 minutes to launch a massive attack. And then, of course, the two Porsches, Graham and Clayton. Well, let's very quickly just run back there and see. I don't think they're going to do too much to each other fighting for that 5th position. I don't think Clayton's going to make too much attacks. Let's get back to Jazz 126. He's dropped off slightly in that last segment. But can he make it stick as they come up onto the main straight? Here we go, turns 3 and 4. That's going through the arena, a beautiful part of Silverstone circuit. If you have been lucky enough to go to Silverstone, let us know. Tell us where you sat. Were you on the grandstands? Where were you on the circuit? As they come up through Booklands in turn 6 and turn 7 through Woodcote, and then they go up to Cops Corner, Maggots, Beckett's, some of the world's most famous corners in racing. Let's just see where our leader is at the moment. Not much happening there. Let's go back to Carbon, because he's got car number 126. He had car number 126 right on his tailpipes, but anything can happen. Look at the guys at the back having some fun. Clayton giving Graham a hard time. Lovely to see those two Porsches. Well done, you two. Now, have a good one. Running to a meeting at work. Frankie, thanks for joining us, my man. Please join us next week, Tuesday. It's been great having you on board. Nice to know that there is someone on the other side watching and leaving some comments. We do appreciate it. Thank you very much to you and your teammates. Guys from LNR, good to have you guys on board. Right, let's go back. Is Jazzy can launch an attack? No, he's not. He's dropped to 2 seconds behind Carbon ZA, and I'm going to go in for a sip of coffee. Well, again, on your screen there now, big thanks to some of our sponsors. You'll see it down at the bottom left-hand side of your screen. There we go, Track Art on screen at the moment. Big thanks to Van and his team from Track Art. They've sponsored very cool racetrack, and we know Stefan Wessels won the first one. Really cool. Well, there we go. We are coming up for the final couple of seconds of this race as Skiddy One makes his way around the circuit. The next time he comes across the line, this will be his final lap. Carbon ZA still in third. Jazz 126 just behind him. Then Proza, Clayton MJ. So we've had a very nice battle out here today. Fluffy Butt has made his way back up into 8th position. Well done to you. Cheers, Brew. Have a good one, Frankie. And some of us have to keep the economy running. Good one, mate. Good one. Right. Still unchanged at the moment. Well, Skiddy One is definitely going to take this one. Eleanor Pace in going to take up second. GT Carbon. Any last minute shenanigans from the guys in the Porsches? I doubt it. It looks like they want to have a clean race. Beautiful visuals of car number 69. That's Graham Proza. Followed by Clayton MJ, the two Porsches. Right, Jazz also in the mix there, having a great race tonight. Gonna take that 4th position. Let's go back to race leader Let's see where he is. Pace Motorsport. Yeah, good on you guys. Good on you, Pace Motorsport. Well-known team of great racers, great bunch of lads, and always up for a chat. And that's probably the best thing for a commentator, is just having that feedback, knowing that there is someone on the other side of this line. Skiddy One on his way to another great win as he comes up through turn 16, 17. This is Club. He's going to make his way onto the main straight. He'll see the checkered flag as he comes through this section now. There we go. That's Club corner. There's that checkered flag we're talking about. And there we go. Skiddy One has taken race number 3. This is heat 1. Eleanor Pace on board with him now. Also coming up through turns 17 onto turn 18. This is your final corner, known as Club Corner, as they head up onto the straight. It's going to be Eleanor Pace Motorsport in second place, followed by Carbon ZA. There we go. Across the line he comes. Let's go back to Carbon. He's got Jazz 126 right behind him. There they go. Across the line. And who crosses the line there? It was Graham Prosser in 5th, with Clayton MJ making up 6th position. Well done, lads. Great racing tonight. NTZ coming across the line. So that makes up your top 7 positions. Chico P. Eleanor in the mix there tonight in 8th. JD Dog. Let's see what happens here. He crosses the line in 9th place. Fluffy Butt back into 10th. J00 Pace. Well done, lads. Well, some great racing out of heat number 1. Wolfman Willie. There's the visuals on him now as he comes through Club Corner, turn number 18. Parki Farki just behind him. Just still trying to get to grips with that car. Then RTA Matwa. He's already in the pits. So well done to all our race drivers, in fact. Well done to you guys. A great race out there. I'm pretty sure our viewers would agree. We're going to go into practice, and then we'll be joining you guys very shortly for some more racing. Well, from myself, Sean Peters, I'm going to take a 2-second break and just get my voice back. Some exciting racing. And let's just go to another very cool video. One of our amazing sponsors coming on board for Season 2, and this is the guys from Sparko. Oh, welcome back, folks. Silverstone is where we are this evening. It's a Tuesday evening. You're on board with the online Outlaws racing, eSIM racing, and a beautiful Heat 1 was just had, and Skitty 1 taking it there. And our pace just behind him, and really, really superb racing. Right, we're in free practice at the moment. We're going to watch what the guys do. Wolfman Willie, let's get on board with him. We know he can put the hammer down, but it takes a bit of getting used to the cars. As we're on board with him now. Well, Fluffy Butt, what is he going to do? He had a great start. He put in a massive attempt to get the best position in the start of heat number 1, which he got, and lined up next to Skitty 1. And then there was a bit of an incident in turn 4 and 5 through the arena. But on board with him now, we're just seeing who else is out there. Right, Fluffy is back out there. We're just talking about him. He is on the circuit at the moment. We've got a whole 6 minutes to go, and there'll be a lot of testing here, so we're not going to follow too much of what the guy's doing. Wolfman Willie, as I said, is out there at the moment. And in our pace, he came through in second position, P2 in heat number 1. What is he going to do? Yeah, if any of you guys are watching, let us know who you're rooting for and who do you think is going to take heat number 2. Remember, some great prizes up for grabs this season, and we got some amazing sponsors and partners with us that are on board. So a superb race event and a superb organization, the Online Outlaws. The guys that do a fantastic job of making sure that these things run. And of course, guys in the background. And of course, our spectators that come on board and have a nice chat. We had Frankie on early on, representing LNR, the Pace Motorsports. We are Pace. Good to have had him chatting and keeping me entertained on this side. Yeah, it sometimes does get a little bit lonely in the commentating box up here in Cape Town. Most of the guys are from Johannesburg and surrounds, Rustenburg. I see we've lost one of our drivers. Who have we lost? Well, Chico P. We're just talking about him now. In the Aston Martin, he's still with us from Rustenburg. We're just talking about one of our amazing partners to the series, and of course Alvin Sykes also just joining the chat now on the other screen, which is sort of over there somewhere. How's it, Alvin Sykes? Nice to have you on board with us all the way from Portugal. Obrigado. There we go. Nice to have you on board with us. Semcrete, one of our sponsors. It's Alvin Sykes. You'd remember his name from the Bentley, that burnt orange Bentley. Alvin 80 is his PSN name. And we're on board now with LNR Pace who had a great first race, or first heat at least, putting in a very great position in P2. And currently Jazz 126 on a 2 minutes, just under a 2 minute dead. In fact, sorry, just over a 2 minute dead. 2 minutes on his last lap. I don't know, pace. Not on pace now. Remember in Heat 1, the lap time that put Sean Skitter on pole was a 1:58.398. So who is going to get that? My money's on Sean Skitter again. He knows how to put a car into a pole position. He's really quick. And we know those Ferraris, that the Evo GT3 is a quick car. We know guys like our race director Stefan Wessels campaigned one of those in season 1, and he had an exceptionally great race and a great season in that car. As I don't know, our pace just goes off the circuit. Let's go back to Wolfman Willie. Good to see Bananarama, or the Banana Express. He's changed the colours ever so slightly. A bit disappointed in a way, but now it looks like Bumblebee. Well, there we go. He's pulled to the side of the circuit. Fluffy Butt back out there. What is he going to do? And then JWO Pace still out there. Who else is out there? AC Matwa. Let's head on to him quickly. Lamborghini being represented here. RTA, the boys from RTA. Carl Oosthuizen and the gents from RTA. There's your man of the hour. Right, so that's it for free practice. 22 seconds on the clock. Most of the guys have already moved into pits and making sure that they get the setups right. Well, there we go. That's what it looks like from the race car itself. We're on board now with AC Matwa. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Oh, lucky missing the wall. But that is it for his free practice. Well, thanks, Alvin. Yeah, so we're just testing out a couple of things. And this is one of the things that we checked when this became a feature. And just see if we can get back out of it. As we're about to go into the next session of heat number 2. All right, sorry for the silence, just making sure that we're getting everything sorted out here. We might have to run away very quickly because we cannot seem to get out of this view. Let's have a look, but it is very cool what we're about, or what we can start doing. Unfortunately, stuck where it is now. So we are going to run to a quick ad break, and I'll get you guys restarted for heat number 2 here at Silverstone. Right, so welcome back, folks. It is almost go time. We're going through the last of our turns before we head up to the start of heat number 2. And there we go, all in formation. Skitty 1, Fluffy Butt, Clayton MJ, JD Dog, LNR Pace, Jazz 126, NTZ 19 as they make their way down in through past Vale into turn 16, 17, and then they come up through that right-hander called Club, which is turn 18 and 5.86 kilometers in the bag, and then they will get onto the green light and just wait for it. We're about to get started. Just making sure microphone is all ready and set to go. Let's get the volume up as that formation lap. Skitty 1 knows exactly what he needs to do. Fluffy Butt right next to him. Clayton MJ in third. P3, P4 JD Dog. Here we go. Wait for the green lights. And there we go. Green, green, green. Let's see who makes it through Abbey first. Skitty 1 has made it stick. He gets the whole shot through turn number 1 into farm, down into the arena. Well, let's just go back there. NTZ taking himself out. Not too sure what happened with the rest of the guys. But there we go. It is Skitty 1, then Fluffy. A little bit of a mix-up now. Let's see what is going on. Yeah, there we go. I thought as much. Skitty 1 up in front, Fluffy Butt, then Clayton, JD Dog, LNR Pace. Now you can see it very clearly as they spread themselves out as they come through Stowe, through Vale, turn 16 and 17. There we go, pit lane is open. So just trying to see where everybody is and what everyone's doing. Just making sure that I am on point with all the turns. As they come through Beckett's. Down the hanger straight they come. Oh, Fluffy Butt having a little bit of a better drive in heat number 2. Skitty 1, there you see him now. Coming through the arena. So Skiddy One still in first. The two Ferraris, 1 and 2. There you can see them now. Then Clayton in the Porsche. There we go, coming down through Woodcote, and just realizing that some of my details were slightly out, and just coming to grips with it as they come through this very fast section here. This is on board with Skiddy One, going through Maggots and Beckett's down the chapel into the Hanger Straight. There he is now on that straightaway. This makes up the back end of the circuit. It's very, very quick down there. So let's go back and see what pace he's doing. A lonely fifth at the moment. No one too close to him at the moment. JD Dog now in fourth. Jazz 126. He's in sixth position. Car number 126. The Aston Martin. The only Aston Martin out there. There we go. Visuals on him now. Well, just getting to grips with a slightly different layout. Just making sure that I've got all those corners right. Right, pace. Now, starting to make his way up very quickly onto JD Dog. So it's Honda versus Ferrari. 24 minutes remaining in this race, so pretty much a long distance to go. Coming through the straightaway, down the start and finish line. Well, not many viewers at the moment, but if you are with us, welcome to heat number 2 here from Silverstone. As our guys, Eleanor Pace, coming through Beckett's back onto the back straight called Hanger Straight. We'll stay on board with him now as he tries to go for that third position. JD Dog hanging on to third at the moment. So it's Skiddy One, Clayton, JD Dog. So it's Ferrari, Porsche, Ferrari, Honda, and then Aston Martin. So a nice little mix up this evening. In fact, really, really fantastic racing as our man Eleanor Pace comes up through club. Now down into Abbey. Then they go into the arena now. This is the arena. Quick through here. So just making sure of those turns. The 18 turns out here. And 5.86 kilometers of Silverstone. The home of F1, of the British Formula One Grand Prix that was held there this past weekend. Loads and loads of action from the race, both on Saturday and of course Sunday, of which we do not speaketh. Still on board with Eleanor Pace. This is Kalen Mauer from Johannesburg, chasing the Ferrari JD Dog from Cape Town. We're going to just cross over to Jazzy 126 just behind him. You see these guys are having a nice close battle but not putting on too much pressure at the moment. And then Graham, let's see where Graham Prosy is. Graham is now currently in 6th as the cameraman hunts him down, finds him. There we go, car number 69 just coming past our view there. There we go, great visuals of Graham. Then Fluffy Butt, who's having a tough evening, down in 8th position. No, dropping down to 10th position. So JOO Pace, there we go. McLaren in 7th at the moment. Car number 447. And then Carbon ZA. He had a great first heat. Picked up a little bit of damage on the front end of that car. Then Chico P racing for Team Pace. Fluffy hitting the wall hard in the back there. You'd have seen that in your visuals. On board with the Bentley. Fluffy Butt, what has happened to him? He's just not having a great race here. AC Matwa and then Wolfman Willie down in 12th. With NTZ just really not having the best of a Heat 2 race out here at Silverstone. Right, 5 laps down and just under 20 minutes on the clock. It's Skiddy 1, car number 13. He's had a tremendous 3 races. And coming into this race meeting here at Silverstone, ahead in the points and leading the championship. And this is going to cement it a little bit further this evening with a double win. And just over 7 seconds behind, we find Clayton MJ in a beautifully prepared Porsche. Love those colors. And love the sound of a Porsche. Unmistakable sound of that boxer motor. Right then, JD Dog. Also great livery on this car. Car number 23 from Cape Town. It is Jeremy, Mr. JD Dog, to our viewers and to myself. And then our Pace, Kalen Mauer, the gentleman as he's known. Proper race driver. He knows a thing or two about simulation racing. Jazzy 126, new to the series, but a great driver nonetheless. Good to have him on board, and the only Aston Martin that's out there. Followed by Graham Prosser, the young man who's been very ill of late. Great to see him back in the sim car, in that Porsche, car number 69. And we said Carbon ZA. Ruan is not having a great heat, number 2. And we've got Chico P right behind him there. What is going to happen here? Let's just stay with these two guys for a sec or two. So just over 17 minutes left of this race as Carbon ZA comes down the straight into Cops Corner. And then you launch down to Maggots. That's turn 11, 12 and 13 into Beckett's. Very quick through there. You've got to hold on tight as you make your way through Chapel and then into the Hangar Straight. Alright, let's just go back to Jazz 126. He is now finding some good pace, and while he finds pace, he makes an attack on Eleanor Pace. Well, the Aston is very quick down the straights, so let's see what he can do. And we're just saying now, coming down, let's see what he can do. as much as he found a bit of pace there, he dropped off ever so slightly. In fact, 300ths of a second in one segment as they come up out of the arena down Brooklands. And just making sure that we stay on board with these guys. Alain Pace currently in 4th position. He's got Jazzy right on him at the moment. It's GT3 racing, super exciting. Online Outlaws, man oh man, you guys got a great race series here, attracting some of South Africa's best sim racers, as Jazz 126 still very close to Alain Pace, and Pace making sure he uses every part of the circuit, trying to make that Honda as wide as he can. Right, let's stay with these guys. There can or could be some action, but we know that Alain Pace can maintain that pressure. And Alvin Sykes, Mr. Semcrete, just saying he misses being in the action. And listen, there's been action aplenty tonight. Heat number 2 being a fantastic race. There we go. Now in your screen, Clayton MJ, JD Dog, Alain Pace. He's got Jazzy 126 in the Aston right on him. We know he can handle pressure, but how long can he handle the pressure? Jazzy looking for an opportunity and just not finding it. It is tight there, and it's the one that gets the right line. Now, let's see what happens here. This is a tight one. As you come out of this left-hander, back in, you throw the car into the right-hander. Now you start making your way up to the straightaway. Still on board with Pace, with Jazzy 126. Now we saw this in F1 on Sunday, but clean through turn 1. Still using every part of the circuit. Coming out, this is very quick here through Beckett's. Back onto the hanger straight now. Both these drivers want that position. They are catching JD Dog while they're doing this, because they are quick now at the moment, and they have found their rhythm. The two, it's Honda with Alain Pace, Jazzy 126 in the Aston Martin, and this is GT3 racing at its utmost best here this evening. Two very talented drivers going neck on neck. There we go. Great visuals again as you see the Porsche, Ferrari, JD Dog, Alain Pace, the Honda, Aston Martin, Porsche there of Graham Brozza. Good to have him back here with us this evening after 2 or 3 weeks of being very ill and making a comeback. Well done, Graham, and good to have you back with us. Great young lad, always has time, takes time out to chat to the media, to the commentator. So thank you very much for that. Right, let's just run through the field very quickly. 12 minutes remaining of this race. And Skiddy One having a very clean, very lonely P1 at the moment. I don't think anyone is going to be close enough to do anything to take this first place away. Sean Skitter has really come back with a vengeance in the Ferrari. Well, we saw him last season. He was in the McLaren, and chatting to him on the when we did the tech talk about 3 weeks ago, I asked him what would he be racing with. He said he's back in the GT3 Evo, and you can see he loves this car. It works well for him. He's got the setup right, and he's going to take heat number 2, Clayton MJ. So I love this. It's Ferrari against Porsche. There's that Ferrari of Clayton MJ. Car number 9. And then JD Dog from Cape Town. Jeremy, car number 23. Another Ferrari. There you can see the gap between the two of them. Then Eleanor Pace now has made up 1,000 of a second. And we might see him getting closer towards the latter part of this race. Eleanor Pace, there we go. Just talking about this young gentleman from Johannesburg in the Honda, car number 11. Jazz 126, representing DMR Racing in the Aston, followed by Graham. Car number 69 on your screen now. JOO Pace. Good to have him on board with the online Outlaws. And we know that he is struggling a little bit with setup. The McLaren is a tricky car to get up to pace. DMR Wolfman Willie. He was the Bananarama Express. He's now the Bumblebee Express. Good to have him with us here for race number 3 and heat number 2 with NTZ right there behind him. There we go. Let's have a look. NTZ 19 BR NTZ car number 31, the Audi, the Lone Ranger in the Audi. Chico P dropping back a couple of positions. We've lost a few drivers, noteworthy drivers that we've lost there. Fluffy Butt is out. I think he picked up a bit too much damage there. Carbon ZA is now dropped down to 11th position. And cameraman just looking for him. There we go. Right, just under 9 minutes left of heat number 2, as the cars have really ironed themselves out here now. Nice clean race now towards the end. Skiddy one, as we said, still up there. Let's go back to JD Dog, who found Graham. Graham's just run wide. Is he going to make it back onto the circuit? Can we get the camera on him? There we go. What has happened to Graham? Is he going to rejoin in 6? If he makes that out in time, he's going to make a comeback. There we go. There's Carbon. Carbon runs wide. So 2 guys have run themselves wide there. JOO Pace now in 7th. So back to Jazz. 126 in the Aston Martin Racing car. Car number 126. Well, he was hounding Eleanor Pace a little while ago, about 2-3 laps ago. But Pace, again, has found a little bit of pace there and has taken the pressure off himself. As they come through the straightaway down into turn 1, that's Cops Corner. That's where we saw that race incident on Sunday at the F1 with Lewis Hamilton and Max Verstappen. As they come through Maggots, turn 10 and 11 through turn 12, and that's Beckett's. Great racing here. And Pace having a very good race here. Is he going to do anything? Is he going to attack? I don't think so. He's too far back. There's JD Dog now. The guys are pretty much having a lonely race towards the end. And nice clean race towards the end here. Just under 7 minutes left on the clock. Skiddy one still out in first place. And how cool is that Bentley? Love the black with the gold writing on it. Well done to the Eleanor guys and Chico P from Rustenburg. Right, let me check on the stream. Who else is out there? Ooh, very little viewers this evening, but it is a cold Tuesday. And let me tell you, from Cape Town, it is extremely cold today. In fact, over the next 2 days, we're going to have some of the coldest temperatures that Cape Town has seen in a very, very long time. Only 2 degrees tomorrow morning. And currently in the virtual world, 31 degrees, the track temperature, with an ambient outside temperature of 23 degrees. Well, we saw that on Sunday at the F1. They had a massive heat wave, and you saw as Max Verstappen lined up for the Saturday sprint race, those brakes, the front brakes catching a light on the start line. It's carbon ceramics, obviously working extremely hard. And good to know, I follow him on Instagram. He is doing okay after the turn 1 incident on Sunday. As still on board here with Clayton. Currently in second place. I don't think we're going to see any changes. Eleanor Pace behind JD Dog. Jazz 126 still behind Pace. All right, coming up to 4.5 minutes on the race clock. And again, while we're in this part of the race, a massive thanks to our race partners and our sponsors to season number 2. Of course, noteworthy there on your screen, Track Art. Thanks very much for sponsoring very cool prizes. Sparco have sponsored a very, very cool prize. Some of those amazing Sparco racing gloves. And to the rest of our sponsors, just for the operational side of things, thanks for always being a part of it. And then thanks to our drivers. Without you, there's no race series. And of course our partners, and of course the guys that are on the other side of this feed that are watching. Thanks for joining me. Frankie, thanks for joining us from Boksburg this evening. He spent a good while chatting to me. Of course, Alvin Sykes, all the way from Portugal, and the owner of Semcrete. What has happened there? Clayton missed that turn. What happened there? All right, so JD Dog up into second place. While I was chatting and looking down at the other screen, things are happening, which I thought they wouldn't, but JD Dog now into, so it's the 2 Ferraris up front, Skiddy one, and then JD Dog, Clayton MJ with Eleanor Pace right on him now. Jazz 126, they've got just under 2.5 minutes to go to make anything work for them. A lot of the guys running themselves wide. They could be tired. It's two heats of racing on a Tuesday evening. I know a lot of these guys race in other series as well. And the attention just starts slipping away ever so slightly when you get to this stage of the race. In fact, I can hear in my voice, my brain is also slowing down. It is, of course, 9:45 on a Tuesday evening. It's been a long 2 days, and some exciting racing has passed my eyes this evening. So good to have. Good to have proper racing out here this evening. Some exciting racing. And on board with Eleanor Pace from Johannesburg in the Honda, car number 11. Yeah, from a beautiful Silverstone Raceway. Let's head on to Jazz 126. Let's see what he's doing. 1 minute left on the race clock. Graham Prosser, well, he went and ran himself wide early on, but he is back with us. There he is. Look how beautiful that car looks. He's had a rough one this evening, but good to see him. He's going to finish in 6th place. Right, let's go back to Skiddy One. Where is he? What is he doing? When he crosses the line now, it will be his final lap. JD Dog, another one of our Ferrari drivers, in 2nd place. Then Clayton MJ. What is happening behind us there? There's JD Dog from Cape Town. Then he's got Clayton MJ behind him. Eleanor Pace in 4th. Right, car number 13 has just crossed the line. He is our leader and he's on his final lap. JD Dog is also going to come across the line now onto his final lap. There we go, into that final turn as he comes up. Let's get on to Skiddy One. He is absolutely rocking P1 at the moment. And if you have joined us and you have been watching us, thanks very much. But Skiddy One, Sean Skitter, car number 13, the Ferrari GT3 Evo, is going to take a double win here this evening. Sean Skitter has done an excellent job over the last 3 race meetings. And we cannot wait to see what the rest of the season pans out. Right. Coming up to the arena. Then he's going to go up onto a bit of a straightaway when he comes through this little left-hander here. Right. We are going to see a double win. Look at those track temperatures, up to 31 degrees. But he has only got 2 turns to go through Luffield. Then Woodcote as it brings him on to the straightaway. Here we go. Here's that final little kink. And he's going to come across the line. There's the checkered flag. Skiddy One, Sean Skitter, car number 13, has taken it. A fantastic race and a double win. Well done to you. JD Dog takes a well-deserved 2nd place. Eleanor Pace, well, again, he found it. There you go, flashing the lights. So we lost Clayton there. Oh, it looks like he's picked up a penalty. Jazz 126 picks up the 4th. Clayton in the pits already. Graham Pros, here we go, Graham. Come across the line, young man. You have done a fantastic job tonight, been off for 2.5 weeks, but making it back. Across the line he goes. J00 Pace, welcome to it. Online Outlaws in 7th. Nicely done. And then of course these 2 guys, Wolfman Willie, good job out there. NTZ19 just behind him, followed by Chico P, Alan R, the Rustenburg Boyki doing a fantastic job. Carbon ZA, and then AC Matwa, and then Fluffy Butt heading up the 13th position. Well, that's it, folks. Great racing tonight. Thanks to all our drivers. Thanks to our spectators that joined me on the live feed here. Frankie, thanks for keeping me company. I do appreciate it. And to our amazing partners and amazing sponsors, thank you very much. Remember, big racing next week, Tuesday, same time, same place. We're in for a very cool battle. As I just want to see if we can bring up our race calendar. Let's have a look. Next week, the 27th, we're down at Alton Park. It is a fantastic race circuit. We stay here in England for round number 4. So from myself, Sean Peters, if you are on the roads in the real world, please drive safely. It's very rainy down in the Western Cape. I'm not sure of the rest of the country. Please be safe. Look after yourselves. Drive responsibly. And to all our race drivers, we'll see you next week, Tuesday from Alton Park. Have a good one, folks. Have a blessed one. Cheers.